Okay, so Grasswalker coming back to the draft. We're 0-2 because we got O-Code and then we got landed. We also got landed in the O-Code game. I'm not gonna lie, I was tempted to cut at least 5 lands from the deck, but decided against it. Hopefully we can have a game where we're allowed to play, but if we don't, I'm still gonna upload it. I know a lot of Magic YouTubers, they only show the highlights. They only show when they're doing well. And I think that's a little bit dishonest. I think that's a little bit cheeky, because there are games where you don't win, and there are games where you make mistakes. There are games where you don't get to play. But the ones where you've done something wrong, where you've made a mistake, that's your chance to improve. So I don't think it's fair to only pretend to always be doing well, even though sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's out of your control. I felt like the last game was way out of my control. This hand has both of our colours, and thankfully only 3 lands. So we'll chance it. We'll see what happens. Start with an island. Make him think that we might be mill, something like that. We could hardcast the Rimrock Knight here and start attacking. I do like that play. I'm not sure if that's definitely what I want to do, but it opens up the runaway, put the Rim right back, where we're going first as well. It's a nice trick, but the trick does at most 2 damage and then gives you a shitty 3-1 in the late game. I could have that right now and start threatening the Piper of the Swarm. That is a total nonsense card. I mean, we'll swing into it. When he starts making rats, it gets awkward. But we could disappear as rats if we wanted. I think... this is tough. We're going to have a big choice to make. So, I think I want to run away this now and put him in a slow situation. Because then his next turn is playing the Piper again and not being able to activate it. And this would allow us to go Rata into Dragon and then start pumping out 1 billion rats. We could actually play the Dragon now and then play the Rata, and the attack gives us the rats. We'd be hitting for more damage. I think I'll do that. Do I want to discard a card? I actually think I'm okay with this. I might drop the turtle. Of everything, I think that sticks out as one that we might not want. But I think for now we'll keep this hand. I'm just thinking where he's going to make 1 billion rats. I don't know. He doesn't have land. That's good to see. I think we should start digging for an answer to the Piper. So we'll toss the turtle now. Probably should have tossed it last turn. I wanted to keep it because where he's stalling out the board... Okay, he didn't get a land, so he gave up. He got angry. That game was looking pretty bad for him, though. So our deck actually worked, which was pretty nice. We made a small misplay, though. So right, we're in the win column. We got one. It only took 3 minutes. It took us 30 minutes to get 2 losses. So that's the trick. Play quick. We're up against Hayaka Monogatari. Jeez, that's a name and a half. This hand's interesting because it has Scry 2 and Scry 1 draw a card. So the hand is pretending to be something it isn't. It can be almost anything we want it to be. I'll play the Witching Well first, and then we get Vandal, and then we can opt. We do not want that. It tried to land screw us again, but we shuffled them away. Got rid of them. We don't want those. That would have been some miserable draws. Then we want to play the Vandal on his end step, probably, unless he plays like a garbage haste creature. Some kind of 1-1 haste. He doesn't. He's tapped out, so we may as well play it in his middle of his turn. So now we get to do Wolverine Opt is quite cute. It's a shame we don't get the full value of attacking with the Wolverine, but getting the counter on the Vandal is important. Tome Raider, that enables the next Vandal pump. And then we get to hit him for 2. We also get the option of trading with the Wolverine, but we won't take that. I don't see why we would want to. Wolverine gets bigger. Oh, it's pretty awkward. So he's going to start getting a billion tokens. I'll use all blue for that, because that leaves the melee open. Kara's a nice draw. We do want a second mountain eventually. Alright, what are we worried about here? The 2-1 lifelink haste is scary. The 3-1... Oh, it's like cycling. 3-1 trample haste is not that worrying. The 1-2 ping 1 is worrying. That'll take out the Tome Raider. Do we want to play the Cauldron and have the option to use it? Or do we want to play the leave open the melee? I think we'll play the Cauldron and leave the option to use it. Alright, he got the ping. That'll probably take out the Raider. That was the worst one for us. Because it can kill the Raider or the Wolverine! That's harsh. The 2-1 lifelink haste gains him 2. It disrupts the race a little bit. But we could have traded with the Tome Raider. But that ping guy, that hurt a lot. Mad Ratter into Witching Well would be nice. Cauldron to kill the Unicorn, I don't think we're that worried about it. I think Ratter into Witching Well. That'll give us some ammunition, give us some legs. He doesn't have any flyers. He got another ping 1 guy. That's again the worst thing for us. We're not going to have enchantment removal. Not in blue-red. Definitely not. Now he has flying. We can red cat melee that. He doesn't have any mana, so we can feel safe to reduce the damage he's going to deal by 1. We can go red cat melee into River Turtle. Or red cat melee into Witching Well, which buffs the Vandal and makes 2 rats. I think we should sack the Witching Well now. And see what we get. Not bad. We can swing with the Vandal, and he's disincentivized from blocking, because he'll just lose the Griffin. But he is a turn from death, and we have chump blockers and removal. No lifelink now! I mean, it just bumps into a rat, but still! Come on! The Opt's gonna give us another buff and more rats. This gets very scary for him very quickly. It gets a little bit scary for us over time. We need to burst him. We need to burst him real quick. He's doing a big think. Possibly the thinkest. Its activated abilities can't be activated. That is a triggered ability, my friend. But it does remove my blocker. Okay, he is really hungering for those blockers. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have a blocker. 12. So we will kill the flyer. And we will chump the 3-3? The 2-1 lifelink is the worst one, I think. Because that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. I don't think we can let him keep gaining life. Even though it costs us 1 life, but it's also a trade. I think Mad Ratter into Opt is the play here. Don't want an island. Don't really want a mountain either. But that does absolutely swarm the floor. We're at 2. I mean, what happens, happens. It's a bit out of my hands now. I feel like we played that pretty well. We have 5 blockers if we need them. We have the Mad Ratter. He's digging for answers. That's a good sign for us. You don't dig for answers if you have the answers. Oh! Nice! Beautiful. Alright, let's swing in for a third with 2 and 2. We've dragged it back from the brink. I'm not gonna lie, I would have been real sad if we got 0-3'd. The deck's all coming together. Everything's working as intended. We're up against Mestral now. He's pretending to be Khan. It's always nice to pretend that you know what that means when watching. We go first. We have one of our colours. We have an Opt. So we can kind of vaguely pretend this has 3 lands, because we draw a card and scry one. 45% chance of a land. If it's not a land, we put it away, and then we draw. It's probably 3, hopefully a red source. The Cauldron's removal, Queen of Ice is an early drop, and we've got some big boys. I'm happy to keep that. It's not great, but it's not terrible. We may as well put the Cauldron down. We might just draw a 2-drop. He has a 1-drop. He has a Ginger Brute. Well, I just have to let that poke us for now. We did draw the thing we thought about drawing. So we need to pretend that we don't have it, because the Magic Arena system pauses the game. He fell for it. If you click quick enough, they can fall for it and they don't realise. And he just lost the Ginger Brute. That is a free card. 1 for naught. There's the mountain we needed, so we don't need to opt this turn necessarily. We could Cauldron the Rider. We could opt, get that Vandal up. That's good, actually. Start building that up. We do need the land, so I'll take an island. Hunt him. And we will actually, with the spare mana, we're not using it anyway, we'll shut down that Rider. Don't let him hit us back. Put ourselves ahead on the race. That's okay, because we do have Searing Barrage. We could Cauldron it. Could Cauldron of Ice. Cauldron of Ice. Queen of Ice. Cauldron it. Searing Cauldron, Queen of Ice. Opposite elements. I think hold up the Cauldron. Maybe. Letting it hit us for 3 and then hitting him back is quite cute, though. We'll play Queen of Ice. We'll hold the Cauldron until there's something maybe we're a bit more worried about. Alright, he baked me into a pie. That's not too bad, though. I've had worse experiences. Oh, he might force me to block. That'd be cute. He's thinking about it. He's targeting, he's hovering. Yeah, he's gonna force the trade. So that's okay with me. It would be nice to get the second red source. Kara just then would have been stellar. We have Wolverine and we're holding up a Cauldron. He's got way more cards than us. I'm not entirely sure how that happened. Like, a lot more cards than us. Like, 1 whole card. We'll pop that's Farron. Don't want to look at that. Now he's drawing. So he's got 4 cards, we've got 3 cards. Now I've got 4 cards, he's got 4 cards. So we're not actually that different. It just felt really big during his draw step. With the Kara, we're getting double cards. He's already used Bacon the Pie. He might have a second removal, but then he's using his turn to remove it, still getting punched. Hopefully we can get some sick value off of Kara here. It's 11 lands. Hopefully we stop getting them. Okay, Stalker's fine with me, because that's not actually threatening enough. It doesn't shut down Kara, and she gives me 2 cards a turn. Or 1 card a turn. Ooh, he's hovering. What are you hovering? Hey, stop hovering. What do you got? What do you got that's 2 mana? Ginger Brew. It's going to make it unblockable. But he's asking for me to ping it, which is interesting. He wants me to ping the Ginger Brew, which means he probably doesn't have an aura to put on it. I kind of want to play something this turn, though. But also pinging the Ginger Brew's just nice. Feels good. We have the barrage. They could play that at instant speed. 5 damage kills the wolf. I think I'm going to ping the Ginger Brew. Just the freebie. Just kill a card. Tap game card advantage. Feels good. He might have that guy that discards cards, so we'll try and bait into that. We could have barraged and swung with the Wolverine, but I want to see if there's a chance that he tries to do something with this Witch Stalker. Like if he tries to do that card or it gains a counter and fights, and then we Searing Barrage, that just ends the game right there. So I did kind of a gamble. I wanted a go big, go home type deal. And he's too scared to attack because of the mana anyway, it seems like. Yeah, he was actually too scared. I think we'll use the Searing Barrage anyway on end step. He would need an instant speed save for it. I don't think there's many of those, if any. I want this extra card. Pumpkin's nice though, I'm not gonna lie. I can play that this turn. That actually does nothing. So we will pop a food, I guess. No, we'll just swing. We'll save turn into a pumpkin in case he plays something. There's no point getting too aggressive with that card. Melee's wasted, but that's okay. Oh, he's got a Cauldron. I'm gonna save Kara with the pumpkin, return to its owner's hand. Get that food, save Kara. So he used the card to try and kill it, and then we used the card that cycled to not let that happen. Oh, he's getting a creature back, the Witch Stalker. He has a lot of life. He has a deceptive amount of life. It says 9, but really it's an extra 6, an extra 9. Play up Kara again. Play up the Witching Well. Scry 2. Decide what we want to draw. I've already put 2 lands on the bottom of the deck. Those are good. Those are very good. Wow. Are they still on the bottom of my deck? Okay, it's not showing me anymore. I might have shuffled the library at some point. Do I have anything to shuffle the library? I definitely put 2 lands at the bottom. I haven't shuffled since. It's gaining life. The Wolverine's popping the life slightly. We're about to get a slick turn. I don't think we actually have the lands for it, though. We have 7 lands. I wanted to get the Rata and the Dragon at the same time. Would have been cute. So we could play the Dragon and drop the Opt. I don't think we'll do that. I think we'll just keep it. So we're going to do a little spicy play here. We're going to swing with the Wolverine and see if he blocks. If he does, we will opt that draws a card, puts it to 3, and then we will Kara to ping it. He didn't take the bait. That's okay. And we will hold on to the Kara and the opt. And we will probably ping the Witch Stalker, maybe. Just let it hit us. He didn't do anything. I don't want to waste the Mad Ratter, so I'm going to ping the Witch Stalker. Just hold on to the opt for now. Mad Ratter into Dragon, getting a billion rats every turn. This game's probably over. I still have the Kara ping opt Wolverine trick. I'm not gonna discard. Oh, he should have to trigger the Ratter, actually. Oh, I fell for it! Oh! Don't want a Dwarven Mine. And watch the soul leave the body as I use the Kara to ping the Witch Stalker just before the first strike damage. Oh, beautiful. He has something though. Ah, he out-tricked my trick! Wow, fair play to you, dude. Fair play to you. This is still terrible for you though. We have a food we can sack. We're at 22 life. We're getting a billion rats every turn. We have a Kara pinging his head. We're not close to decking ourselves. Yeah, he gave up. He got his little trick in. He showed me. He showed me, hey, I have tricks too, buddy. But, that was a good one. The highs and the lows of Magic. Even got to level up on the Mastery Tree. Thank you guys for joining me. That was a lot better than the first episode. And we'll see what happens, whether we get another 2 losses, which isn't possible in the next episode, or whether we get a couple wins more. 3 is the break-even point, where it's better than buying packs with the gold, so I'm happy with where we are here. But thank you guys for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.